Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey of love. And I'm going to pull today from the Work Your Light Oracle to say what is the guidance that we need to help us to live from the heart space, to live our lives. So I just have to say, it is one of those days in the UK at the moment. It is grey, it's raining, it makes me just want to be under the duvet, watching a good film, and just snuggling up with my dog and not going out at all. It's proper hibernation. So if anyone has any good film recommendations actually, then please put them in the comments field, because I definitely feel like tonight I'm going to stay in. I'm going to get curled up on the under electric blanket with my Bowie and watch a good movie. So yeah, any recommendations, please send them through. So here we go. What is the Work Your Light today? And it is this: the crumbling. What are you clinging on to, and what can be let go? So this is also like the Tower, you know, the Tower card, which means that there's like a big energy of, you know, coming in unexpectedly, changing things up for you, mixing things around. And so for me, and I'll share, because then, you know, basically we all work off each other's energies, and something that I say might be beneficial to you, and, you know, all of those things. But I've been going to spin for years, and I've always been really hesitant to go to the gym. I've always been like doing group weights classes. I've always been like, because it's new for me. And anyway, I said, okay, this time I am definitely gonna do one. I do really want to do one. So this morning I did my first ever group weight session. So it took me out of the comfort zone, and it's breaking down. You know, this is why this card for today is so brilliant, because it's like breaking down those old, you know, the old things that keep us stuck. So doing something to move out of the comfort zone every single day is really good to challenge ourselves. And actually, on the back of it, I met two really lovely people, and it wasn't as scary as I thought. And actually, it was totally fine. So, you know, we build it up in our head. I've always been too shy to do it, and then thought, no, come on, just do it. So look, the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? That fear, you know, that fear of looking, you know, for me it was that just the fear of thinking, oh my god, I'm going to be so embarrassed and all that sort of stuff. And actually no one cares today. They're all doing their own thing. So we have the crumbling. So the crumbling is this. Let me just give you the guidance which it says in the book. I just think it's so funny. Crumbling of the old, and the crumbling of the stories that we tell ourselves. That's what's so silly. Like, we tell ourselves, oh, it's going to be really scary and but actually when you do it, then you're like, oh, why did I let that worry me? That's so silly. So it is the crumbling. So hang on a second. Let me just find it. Here we go. The crumbling. So it is. Here we go. It is. There is a shift happening right now where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. Like said, the Tower card. It's happening to bring you back home to see who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole, so you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. When you're in the thick of it, you can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Have faith, because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You'll be reborn in the fire. So you have been called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, to let the crumbling occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together, and what are you doing your best to avoid? In my case, I was doing my best to avoid the group weight sessions. So how are you trying to pretend everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is falling away to tumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you'll be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent that it will take your breath away each new morning. Kali, the goddess of destruction, and the Black Madonna are with you now. Lay it all on their altar, and they can hold it all. So, what are you clinging on to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Yeah. What are we clinging on to? Yeah, that's so true. Like, what was I was clinging on to this, like, in fear of embarrassment. That's what I was clinging on to. Anyway, so we've got to break out of that. That doesn't help. And it's like everything, doing the same, you know, I've been doing spin for years, but I knew that my body was used to it. So I had to do something to mix up, do weights. Obviously, women of a certain age, we should all be doing our weights. And yeah, so just got to get on and do it. So look, I was just going to say, because the clock is ticking and I've just looked. So I've just moved to letter 41 in the Divine Love Letter books. And guess what? No surprise, synchronicity is ridiculous. The clock is ticking. We are on countdown. It won't be long until our lives explode. Everything will be turned upside down. It will be a wild... That is so weird, isn't it? Because the crumbling, the card it just said, this is so... Everything will be turned upside down. It will be a wild ride. But that's okay, because it's what we agreed to. We knew it had to be explosive because our love deserves it. The earth will shake, the sky will shine, our love will shine like the brightest star in the sky. We are the life flowing through the heart of the universe. We are feeding into the universal soul. It needs our love. We are needed. Believe in us and let the magic flow, because flow it will. Oh, wild. Okay, so 2 days ago, I went to a another breathing session, and a breathwork session. And in the breathwork session, the same thing, this is the second one I've been to. I'm doing them every other week. And loads of childhood stuff came up again. And at one point, my whole body started shaking again. And I see my twin again. Again, I had no expectations. I hadn't put that as an intent. I just wanted to let go of things that were holding me back. And so I had no expectation for the session. Anyway, and then yesterday I went to, so it was a really powerful session again. This was the night before last. And then yesterday I went for a walk to a particular park and went to sit by a particular tree. And that is a significant tree for my twin as well. Anyway, when I was there, my twin messaged me, again, completely out of the blue, because I haven't, really been contacting at all. Well, I haven't been contacting at all. And I said, oh, guess where I am? And I sent a picture, and he knew exactly where it was. He named it and everything. And I was like, I just said, oh, that's funny that you messaged, because I'm literally right here. And it just, again, because in the session, I'd said, that was actually one of the things in the breathwork. I was like, I need to let this go again, sort of like going through another wave of like healing and let it go, and healing and let it go, and healing and let it go. And then the next day, because I'd seen it come up again in the breathwork session, I then had said yesterday in the day, I was like, look, I just said, look, just give me a message, just give me a sign and tell me, do I need to keep doing this? Like, what is, just give me something that is really, really obvious and really, really clear. And then that was it. Then I went for a walk, stood by this tree, and that's when he messaged. So I was like, okay, well, really? So, that's when the universal signs, messages, synchronicities, everything, we have to follow them, because they're there for a reason, aren't they? They're there for a reason to signpost you onto your highest path. So we have to keep on going, keep following, keep trusting, keep listening to what the guidance is telling us. So yeah, so if anyone else out there is doing these, I highly recommend, if you haven't tried breathwork session, then really good. Like, I think we all find different healing modalities that work at different times, depending on what part, you know, we're just like layers, an onion, aren't we? And we just take off different layer at a different time. And sometimes the time is right to do a particular healing modality, and just dipping into all sorts of different things. But it seems that at the moment, this is the right one for releasing a lot of childhood stuff for me. Which has been really all about sort of feeling that I'm not good enough, you know. I'm very sort of visualizing very clearly like different scenes in my childhood, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that, I remember that feeling. So yeah, it's been really powerful. So if this speaks to you at all, then I'd highly recommend going to a breathwork session. It's very, very, very powerful. So here we go. And it is commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. Yes, we are committed to this path. You know, there's no going back, is there? Once you're on it, you're on it. You're committed to it because life just seems different. You know, the light has been shone. You're stepping out of the darkness into the light. So by trusting, respecting and loving all of that you are, you broadcast your clear readiness to do the work necessary to manifest your intentions. When you can come from a place of strong commitment and combine that with a strong sense of self, it sends a precise message to the universe that you are engaged and ready for lessons. In this way, you are also developing faith in yourself as you move closer to manifestation. There will always be others questioning your priorities. Bless them with the understanding that your commitment is to you only. No one else is meant to understand it, for it is truly your personal journey of self-discovery and healing. Never concern yourself with what others might think of you, for your light is different, and perhaps you will now ignite someone else's devotion to follow their soul's calling. You stand out from a crowd with your ability to clearly commit to what you want, enabling your wishes and desires to manifest quickly. Yeah. Well, I'd say that quickly is all, you know, that's all subjective, isn't it? Because 10 years, what's 10 years? You know, some people might say, oh, that's a long time. But actually, 10 years sort of, you know, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, as long as we're getting to where we want to go, then it doesn't really matter about the time. Because time is just, what is time? Anyway, that's a far bigger question. So there we go. That is the message for today. Step out of the comfort zone. You're being asked to, you know, let the tower energy come in, break down those old habits, move into something. If you know, you're fearful of something, then like I have been, then today is the day to go and push down that wall and do it anyway. All right, that's the message for today. I really hope that helps. I will be back tomorrow. Wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.